If you're interested in the first part of this draft, you can click up here for part 1, or you can wait until the end of the video. But these are my late round flyers, basically my draft strategy for once you hit pick 100 and later. So now we've entered flyer territory, and I have 3 rules at this point in the draft. Look for the remaining number 1 wide receivers because they're going to have the highest target volume, and that's what we're chasing, targets at the wide receiver position. Otherwise, we need to prioritize upside. That's rule number 2. But that's been the rule for this entire draft thanks to this best ball format. And rule number 3, don't be afraid to reach on a player if you know that you want them. There's no point in taking the risk if they're only like 20 picks away in ADP and there's no one else between them that you really prefer. Take them if you want them. You're going to regret if they get sniped. So the ADPs don't really mean anything at this point. Everyone's a bench stash. You're not counting on any of these guys to be starters. And the only insurance policy you should consider drafting at this point is the handcuffed to your first round running back. So when I was back on the clock at the 12-13 turn, I grabbed Jakobi Meyers, the number 1 target in New England, who will see more targets now that Mac Jones is the quarterback. And I followed that up with Rondale Moore, the rookie for the Cardinals. And I was following Rule 2 upside only. He looks like the number 2 target in Arizona. And he also comes with a higher floor than Christian Kirk. So I think he's more of a possession guy, but he does have the chance to make a big play. Anyone does in this offense. So I really like Rondale Moore. He's one of my favorite rookies to draft in the double-digit rounds. However, in the next round, I wanted to address quarterback because they score more points than any other position. So even though I trust Tom Brady, I want to lock up my backup. You never know when they will outscore your starter. So at pick 140, I took Jameis Winston. Anyways, moving on. Gesicki is good value, but like Tom Brady, I want to make sure I have a good backup plan. So I want a player that I can count on with a decent floor, but also some top 10 upside, and that's Jared Cook of the LA Chargers. I am a Chargers fan, but tight end 17 off the board in this draft is a steal, in my opinion. He's got top 10 potential, like I said, replacing Hunter Henry in this offense. We've seen Jared Cook have a lot of fantasy success in the past, like when he played for the Raiders in Oakland, and with Mike Williams already a little banged up, you never know when Cook is going to be needed as the next player up on this target tree. But even if nothing happens, I still love him at this price. I love my Chargers in the 15th round and later. I think he's a steal and a really good backup tight end. With pick 160, I had 3 players in my queue. I was looking to handcuff McCaffrey with Chuba Hubbard. I was staying in Carolina, hoping to grab Sam Darnold as my 3rd quarterback with a lot of upside. And in case I got sniped, I was eyeing Derek Carr. However, with 4 picks remaining until mine, all 3 players were sniped at the end of round 16, so I was playing with some savvy drafters, in my opinion. This left me quite a bit unprepared. I didn't have anybody else in my queue, so I got a little bit flustered. You know, when the clock is ticking, you only have 30 seconds and you're not ready to take anybody. I kind of, made a decision I don't really fully endorse. I went with another high upside handcuff running back in Latavius Murray, but the only difference is I don't have Alvin Kamara. I have Christian McCaffrey. So if Christian McCaffrey goes down and nothing happens to Alvin Kamara, then Latavius Murray doesn't help me. So I would much more prefer to have the handcuff to the running back that I have, the one I drafted in the first round, but you know, you can't get everything that you want. But because all my players got sniped and I wanted to make sure that didn't happen to me again, I was not willing to risk my favorite player here. So I remembered rule 3, and that's take a player you want, even if it's a reach, if you know that you want them. So I took Josh Palmer, the rookie wide receiver for the LA Chargers. I want to have Chargers on my team, so don't look at me different. Anyway, his ADP is 186 overall in Underdog, so I'm taking him at pick 161. That's not a reach at all. I just want to make sure that I get him. In the 18th round, with the final pick of this draft, I was looking to lock up my quarterback 3, and not many players are going to sniff your starting lineup, so why not take one that if they do, they give you at least 20 points. So that's why I took a quarterback that I believe in. That's Carson Wentz. Now, I know he was not looking that reliable last year, but the Eagles' offensive line was terrible. He got sacked 50 times in 12 games. That's not going to happen with the Colts. Phillip Rivers was only sacked once per game last year. Carson Wentz is going to have a lot more time in the pocket. He's going to make a lot better decisions. He'll still throw a few interceptions, but as long as he stays healthy, and he looks to be healthy for week 1, he is going to have a lot more value. He's more like a top 20 quarterback than where I got him around quarterback 30. So I really like this pick, a lot of value in the 18th round. This team looks pretty scary for the rest of the league, to be honest with you. Nothing but upside at every position, but a lot of high volume players, so a high floor as well. At quarterback, I've got Tom Brady, Jameis Winston, and Carson Wentz. At running back, I got CMC, CEH, Trey Sermon, Ronald Jones, and Latavius Murray. A squad of 8 wide receivers: DK Metcalf, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Godwin, Jerry Jeudy, Marquez Callaway, Jacoby Myers, Rondale Moore, and Josh Palmer. And to round out the tight end position, I got Mike Gesicki, and backing him up, Jared Cook. So let me know your thoughts on this roster in the comments section. If there's any players you like, any players you think I made a mistake taking. The only pick I'm not too proud of and happy with is Latavius Murray, and there's a chance it works out, so nothing wrong there. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. My name is Adam Riancho, and thank you for watching Nice and Blunt.